All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another video today. We're going to go through lesson review 7 in our books of Speak Now 2. We're going to talk about just landing, and we're going to review units 25, 26, 27, and 28. The object of this lesson is traveling. So let's find out what's going to happen when the characters in our book decide to go traveling. Now, Casey's getting ready to pack for her trip to Australia, and everybody that she knows has advice for her. Everybody has some suggestions and things that she needs to bring with her. Now, when you travel, everybody travels differently. Some people travel very light, some people travel very heavy. It all depends on you, and it'll depend on what you want to do on your trip. Some people have been there, and so they have good ideas and good suggestions. You don't need to take everything with you on a trip. And if you're going for a long trip, then hey, you may want to send something ahead of yourself. For example, if you're going to go travel like Casey is, going to go to Australia, and you're going to be there for, say, 6 months, a year, you might want to pack some of these things up and ship them to yourself so that you don't have to carry them on the airplane. It can get a little expensive that way. Well, let's get started. Let's find a little bit about their trip. So let's listen to what they have to do on the trip and the advice that they give to Casey.
That's all you're packing?
Yes, I prefer to pack light.
Okay. What do people usually wear in Australia?
It depends. Students generally wear t-shirts and jeans if it's warm.
In that case, I think I have all the clothes I'll need,
It might get cold there.
but it will be summer.
Still, you never know. I have a thick sweater. You can borrow mine.
Okay, thanks, Jill.
Do you have boots for hiking?
I don't know if I'll go hiking, but I do have boots. What do you think? Isn't the design nice?
I would get something more practical.
I have great hiking boots.
Would you mind if I borrowed them?
Not at all. Let me get everything.
I don't know if I'll have room.
Hi guys. What are you doing?
We're helping Casey pack.
Sounds like fun. Do you have a book to read the plane?
No, but I have my tablet. I use it to play games, watch movies, read books, just about everything.
What if the battery runs out?
Well,
See?
Then you won't have anything to do.
But don't worry. I have plenty of books you can borrow.
okay.
I'll go get them.
Okay. And I have some things you will definitely need, including a first aid kit.
Right.
Here, Casey.
Oh, it will be warm there. I don't know if I need all of this.
Of course you do.
Okay, thanks, Jill.
Hey Casey, you're going to love these books. And I found something else you might need.
Huh?
These books are great. And you'll need the snorkel and flippers when you go in the water.
Jeez. Thanks, Eric.
No problem.
Hey, Casey. Lucky you. I found everything.
Oh. Oh boy.
All right. So if any of you have ever read Alice Through the Looking Glass, you may be thinking that she is packing like the White Knight. The White Knight in Alice Through the Looking Glass packs for every possible thing that he has. He has a mouse trap in case he finds a mouse, and he has other things that he brings just in case. Now, some of those things, yeah, a little bit crazy to bring with you, but as they say, it's always better to be prepared than not prepared. Some of the things that they offered her, I probably wouldn't take. For example, Jill offered her hiking boots. Now, if Jill and Casey wear the same size, it could be good. But wearing hiking boots that are not for you, probably not the best thing to do, especially if they are properly broken in. When you break in a pair of boots, you usually break them in and they're then customized for your feet. How you break in a pair of boots, you put them in hot water, put the boots on after they've been in hot water for a while, you tighten them up as tight as you feel comfortable, and then you walk around in the boots until they're dry, about 5 hours, 6 hours. And you may say, well, won't that be wet and moist on your foot? It is. But when you wear a pair of hiking boots, it's the best way to make sure that the boots mold to your feet and get broken in for your style of walking. But other things, like Eric gives her the flippers and the mask. If she's not going to go swimming, she doesn't really need them. Plus, the flippers may be too big for her feet. That's where she'd have to check the size, because just like shoes, flippers have sizes. As far as what Tom gives her with the stove and the first aid kit and the alligator, the first aid kit, that would be something you might want to pack. But the first aid kit, the stove, definitely a big no-no. Why? Because it has a gas canister, and gas canisters are something that are not allowed on airplanes. So some things very good, some things not. All right. So now go back, look at the video, and try to figure out what are the things that Casey's going to pack. What are the things that she might need? What are some things that you would need when you travel? We've talked about this in class, and we've come up with the list of, remember, the 5 things that are most important to travel with. Remember that list of 5 things? You'll come back to them again. They'll probably be on the quiz this week, just like last week. And we want to make sure that we have the stuff we need when we go to the country. Remember, you don't have to take everything with you. If you're going to be there for a long time, send some stuff ahead of yourself, or buy it there. Be willing to buy the stuff and then just let it go. Also, if you go swimming, they may have flippers and masks and stuff like that you can rent. It's much cheaper to rent them to carry them all around with you. All right. Now, in lesson 25, we talked about what you usually wear, your particular style. Now, I'm wearing my coat, necktie, nice shirt for my presentations today. And this is something that I enjoy wearing. Not for everybody, but I do enjoy that. What kind of clothes you feel comfortable with? This is your style. Remember, take someone from 26, take someone along with you to help you pick out the style that best fits you. Remember, there are things that people are going to judge you on even before you open your mouth. Your hair, your face, your teeth, your clothes, your fingernails, your hands, your shoes. They'll also judge you on your smell and your handwriting. So make sure you make the best impression that you can at all times. Okay. Then, can you do me a favor? Remember, before you ask someone to do a favor for you, make sure that you're willing to do that favor in return, because if you're not willing to do the favor to somebody for somebody else, you really have no business asking them to do you a favor. But when people ask you to do a favor, if you're already doing something, if you feel comfortable, say, sure, no problem, I can do that. If you don't feel comfortable, or you think, you know what, I'm not gonna be able to return the favor later on, I'm just gonna have to say, sorry, I can't. That's okay. Don't feel bad about rejecting something else. This is yours. You can choose to do it or not. And then what is it used for? There are some items out there in the world that you may look at and say, you know what? I'm gonna just have to say, yeah, that's just something no, or no. You may find something that's great. You may find something that's really impressive, and find something that's, oh, this has got just what I need. This is exactly what I've been looking for my entire life. How did I go my entire life without this item? I need this. Probably not for everything that you find. So be careful what you're looking for and what it's used for. Remember those robot dolls that we talked back in lesson 28? I'm not sure what people will use them for, and I don't want to speculate, because if I do, then I'm going to have to put in a lot of when I start saying things, because that will be stuff that just gets when I say them. So be very careful with what things are used for. All right. Now we get to the workbook part of the lesson. I know this is everybody's favorite part. And normally I give you a chance to get into that, but not today. Today, go back, listen to that dialogue, fill in the missing words that are used between Jill, Casey, and Tom, and give what Eric also says. Now let's talk about some grammar parts. Prepositional phrases. Now a prepositional phrase it will always start with a preposition. Now, a preposition tells you location, direction, and it is used to connect things, words, and phrases together. Prepositional phrases at, in, from, by, under, over, under, along, these are all prepositions. And a prepositional phrase must always begin with one of these prepositions. So, at the store, in class, about William Shakespeare, by this place. You always have to have a start with a preposition. Prepositional phrase usually also is accompanied with a noun or pronoun or even a gerund to make it a small prepositional phrase or clause. So remember, when you're looking for prepositional phrases, they must always begin with a preposition. Find the preposition first. Okay. Go in, look for the preposition. So here, the woman in the dress is the bride. In is a preposition. In the white dress. In the white dress is a prepositional phrase. White is an adjective describing dress. The white dress is one item. So in the white dress is a prepositional phrase. See if you can find them for the rest of the sentences for part one. For part two, underline the prepositional phrase and then tell me, is it being used as an adjective or an adverb? Real quick. Adjectives describe nouns. Adverbs describe other adjectives or a verb. So this is where you have to be careful what it's describing. So in the first one, I choose my clothes by reading fashion magazine. Okay, so what are we doing? We're choosing clothes. How do we choose the clothes? By reading the fashion magazine. Remember, adverbs identify the words how we do something, where, when we do it. So by reading fashion magazine, this describes how we choose, not the clothes. We're not describing the noun clothes. So this is an adverb. So look for where does it describe. I know this is difficult, and I know, oh, grammar, teacher, why do we have to look at grammar? Well, grammar is something we have to deal with. It's on the TOEIC test, so be very, very careful with it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me today. This is the first video of the week. We'll have 2 more videos coming out very soon. I hope you have a good time. Enjoy your week, and I will talk to you and see you in class. Until that time, have a great night. Bye-bye.